Hello everyone, my name is Bloqs, and today we are back on Pet World. So the Halloween update just came out, and thanks to the Halloween update, the active player count has more than doubled. So with all this newfound hype and players, there have been a lot of comments recently in my videos of people asking questions of where to start, and there's even been a couple people just straight up asking for a beginner's guide, so that's what we're going to do today. So when you first spawn into the game, you spawn here by the leaderboards in this very first area. There will be a quest at the top of the screen telling you what to do, like break your first couple of coins, buy your first egg, unlock the next area. So the very first thing you should do when you join is check to see if there's any events active. Right now it's the Halloween event, and the pets that you can get from the Halloween event are currently the strongest pets in the game. And since the event uses a currency that's different from coins and stars, you actually don't really need any pets to get started. So for specifically the Halloween event, it is candy corn. And when you first join, the pets that you have from the overworld will not give any kind of multiplier. You'll have to go around and break the piles of candy corn, or trick or treat at some houses. And then once you can afford the very first egg, you just hatch one. And then once you have your pet, you can start finally getting some multipliers for whatever event currency it is. And then later in the video, we'll go over how to set up your team to prepare for events like this. But most of the time, there won't be an event portal active, and you will just have the overworld to farm in. Another thing to mention before we get started is that this game has something unique to it, being the Robux tokens. When you open up the exclusive shop, typically you have to buy all the passes and bundles here with Robux, but Pet World has a mechanic called the Robux tokens. You get 1 token for every 10 minutes you spend in game, which equals 6 tokens per hour, which means you can get a maximum of 144 Robux tokens for every 24 hours you spend in game. So that means that if you stay in game long enough and grind it out, even as a free-to-play player like I am, you can get every single game pass. We already bought the most expensive ones up here, now it's just all the cheap ones we have to buy out. And another common question I get is, what should you buy first with these tokens? What I used to tell people was to buy the auto farm pass, but since the release of the game, they have actually made the auto farm completely free. So over here on the right, when you hit H, it turns green, and that means the pet can now auto farm the entire area, making it completely AFKable. But now that everyone has auto farm completely free, what I would definitely recommend first would either be the global magnet pass, which is how I'm actually collecting these items from all the way down here. Typically your pet would just break the pile of coins and then they would just sit there on the ground. But with the magnet pass, you can see them flying through the air and coming all the way over here to me. And then the other option I would offer, which is probably the most value, is the season pass. So season 2 just started. When you buy the premium pass, you unlock this entire other track of rewards, which do offer exclusive eggs, and this is definitely the highlight of the premium pass. And while you do get some eggs from the free track, the reason why you really want the premium track is so that you can reset the pass when you complete it. As you can see, typically on the free pass you get 1 reset. On the premium pass, you can keep resetting it as many times as you want, which means you can get an infinite amount of exclusive eggs if you keep farming it. I actually already made a video explaining how to infinitely farm the pass. I'll put it in the top right corner right now. Be sure to check it out after you watch this video. Gameplay is pretty straightforward. You go to the eggs, you hatch them, and then once you get enough gold, you can go to the next egg, hatch it, get some better pets, and then unlock the next area. There really is no secret way around it. One tip I can offer is that when you join a game, when you join a server, you could ask people if they have any pets that they're not using that they're willing to offer. Don't get it twisted. Please do not beg in lobbies. It is the most annoying thing when people spam in chat just saying like, give me pet, give me pet. That is a quick way for people to block you. So just send one message kindly asking if anyone has any extra pets that they're willing to offer and see if anyone responds. So now we're going to get into the special mechanics of the game, as well as all the other cool stuff throughout the entire map. So in this first area right here, you have the merchant. You talk to him, you can trade in your shards for potions. I recommend buying it out whenever you can because potions are very useful. We'll go a bit more in depth on that later in the video. And a special item that the merchant will sometimes offer is the red dragon, like this one. And the red dragon will always be 90% as good as your best pet. We will also be going more in depth about this later on, about setting up a team. But just know that the red dragon is pretty much one of the best pets you can get early on in the game. The next special task that you should keep an eye out for are chests. So throughout the entire world of Pet World, there are secret chests hiding in certain places. And you can open them only once, but they do give quite a bit of rewards. Typically it's like potions, shards, spin tickets, and even some Robux tokens. And I'm going to show you all of the locations right now. The very first one is in the first area right here, as soon as you spawn in. Typically, the first time you try this, it's going to give you a message like no one's home or it's locked. All you have to do is just keep spamming E and keep accepting the message that whatever pops up. So like you hit E, it'll give you like, oh, it's locked, just hit OK. No one's home, hit OK. Why are you still knocking, hit OK. And just keep spamming it, and then eventually it'll say, oh look, it's unlocked. And you can hop in. And then all you have to do is go upstairs. I've already claimed the chest, so mine's not here. But there will be a chest right here for you to open. There's actually 2 chests in the beginning area. The second chest is hidden behind the waterfall over here, as well as one of the secret shrines. We'll go into the shrines in a little bit. So there'll be a chest right here for you to claim. Unfortunately, there are no chests in this area, but what you do have is the Wizard Tower. Here's a quick side tangent about the Wizard Tower. You are able to craft potions here, although it's typically kind of out of the way and sometimes annoying. But here's the crafting menu. You can craft potions. If you do have the instant craft pass, it makes it way easier. The next chest can be found in the tropical seaside area. It should be behind one of these islands out in the water. I want to say maybe it's this one or the one back here. Just go from island to island until you find the chest that's out here. The next chest can be found in the Frosty Isles. Follow the right path over here to the bridge and then go inside the lodge. And then in here on the ground right in front of you will be another chest to claim. The Crazy Carnival does not have a chest, unfortunately. The next one can be found over here in the fire area. As soon as you enter the fire area from the carnival, over here on the right, there will be a chest in front of the statue, and you can claim it here. And then the final chest, or at least for now it's the final chest, they'll add more in the next update, is right over here in the very back of the Golden Caverns. And that is all the chest locations. And next up, we're going to talk about the shrines. So every single area in Pet World has a shrine, and all you have to do is go up to it and hit E. I've already bought this one. But when you do unlock the shrine, you get a permanent luck, gold, and star boost. I would heavily recommend buying them as soon as you can, because getting any kind of permanent buff will accelerate your gameplay. So the first shrine is over here in the second area of the Mystic Woods. Then as soon as you hop into the tropical seaside, there's one right here in the beginning. Frosty Isles has one also here right as you enter. The carnival has one here on your left as soon as you walk in. If you're entering from the Frosty map, right over here on the left is another shrine. And then the Crystalline Caverns right here in the middle. And then the Golden Cave towards the back right before the bridge is another shrine. And then the final shrine is actually here in the first area. It's also hidden behind the waterfall as we saw earlier. This one used to be the most expensive, but now the Gold Cave is the most expensive one. So definitely if you have not gotten all the shrines, get these things as fast as you can. They help out so much with scaling up your multipliers. So next up is the upgrades. If you come over here to the Frosty Isles, follow the left path, and right over here is the upgrade altar. I'm still missing out on a couple of upgrades. I can get one more egg hatch slot, as well as a little bit of extra luck. Definitely grab any upgrades you can as soon as you can afford them. These upgrades are insanely strong, and what makes the game so free to play friendly. This is definitely the best way to scale up pretty much everything in the game when it comes to like multipliers as well as like egg hatching. Definitely max out the upgrades as soon as you can. So one of the cool features of Pet World is that when you're farming in certain areas, there's a chance for an egg to just spawn on the ground, and when one of your pets break it, you'll be able to hatch the egg completely for free. So what I always recommend is that whenever you're entering a new area, see if there's any eggs on the ground, so that you don't have to spend all of your coins trying to buy the next egg. And then on top of the regular eggs that can spawn in certain areas, there are sometimes exclusive eggs. When you're farming over here on the overworld, you have a chance of finding one of these global eggs. All of the pets in this egg are percentage based, just like the dragon I showed you earlier. For example, from the global egg, this is the worst one. It's the global doggy. It's 40% as good as your best pet. And you can even hatch some secret pets from these. And then even if you get like one of the epic pets, those are pretty useful for being able to catch up to new areas. So definitely be on the lookout for any exclusive eggs lying around on the ground. So speaking of exclusive eggs and exclusive pets, I'm going to talk about how to set up a proper team so that you can try to get onto the next area as soon as possible. So your main goal is to get a team that is nothing but exclusive pets, which give percentage based stats. If we go to my pets right here, let's equip best. As you can see, every single pet is going to have percentage based stats like 130%, 105%, 95%. So we have all these pets that go off percentage, and then we have one pet which has base stats. The reason why this setup is so strong for new areas is because you only have to hatch one good pet, and then the rest of the team will just copy it. So instead of having to hatch, 7 of these candlelit pumpkins, you can only hatch one, and then you're pretty much set. You don't need to hatch anymore. So getting these really high percentage pets will carry on for the entire game. You will never not use them because whenever you get a new stronger pet, they will copy their stats. If you do not have any of these exclusive pets, I would definitely recommend going for the red dragon first because the red dragon is by far the easiest pet to get for these percentage based ones. You can also hatch any of the exclusive eggs you find on the ground. And then if there's an event, the event pets are typically pretty easy to get for some low stat ones. For instance, the Evil Eyes was super easy to get. Like even this Grim Reaper with 95%, you can get within like 30 minutes of an event. So definitely look out for any of these cool event pets. They're usually really strong and pretty easy to get. And if you just have absolutely no exclusive pets to scale off of, then definitely just keep grinding whatever the highest tier egg you have unlocked. So if you were here in the tropical island, look out for any tropical eggs that spawn on the ground and try to get some free hatches. And then just buy one whenever you can and hope that you get a more rare version of whatever pet you have. I mentioned that farming the premium pass is one of the best ways of getting all these exclusive pets. If you look here at the end of the track of the free and the premium rewards, you can get an 80% pet as well as a 95% pet. So in order to get to level 40, you have to complete quests, and the absolute best way to farm these quests is to chill here in the tropical area and farm the sandcastle eggs. They have the most evenly spread chances of different rarities because the main quest that we're going to be farming is the hatch quests. If we see here, we need basic, rare, and epic pets as well as godly pets. And this one just has a little bit of everything and very easy godlies to hatch. So all you do is turn on your auto farm and just AFK hatch this egg overnight, and you can pretty much max out the pass in a single day. Next up are the spin tickets. As you complete quests in the premium pass, you'll get these tickets, the spin tickets. They can be used over here in the carnival. So follow the path to the right and it'll lead you to the big tent in the back. And here is the spinning wheel. All you do is hit E and spin it. This is where you can get a ton of your potions. You have a chance to get 2 tickets back to keep spinning. You have a slight chance of getting 4 Robux tokens, which can help you unlock those game passes even faster. And then the grand prize is the secret pet, which is the spinning wheel. I have yet to get one. I have spent like 300 so far, and we still haven't gotten one yet. It is extremely rare, and I believe it gives like 125% of your best pet, so it's also a strong pet. So as you progress your way through the map and you get to the crystalline caverns, you'll start seeing these ores that spawn around the map. So ores are different from coin piles. Sometimes when you break them, you won't get any gold or stars, but instead, you'll get one of these. So we just broke a jade ore, so now we have a jade ore. And you can exchange them at the crystal merchant, which is located right over here on the left as soon as you enter. And so all you have to do is walk up here to the crystal merchant, and they will give you a ton of coins and stars in exchange for your ore. And with the newest area of the golden cave, you can get a ton of ores very quick. As you can see, there are no coin piles or star piles in this area. Everything is just ore. So down here at the bottom of the screen, we're getting ore like crazy. And so then after you stack up a lot of ore, you just run back over here to the merchant and turn them all in. And this seems like a good time to bring up potions. As you saw earlier from the spinning wheel and the premium pass, you can get potions. You can also craft them at the wizard tower, or buy them from the merchant in the first area. And so these potions give you a % boost to different stats. This one increases your luck by 40% for 10 minutes. This one gives you stars, coins, experience for your pets. Your pets do double damage. And then the super potion gives you both a coins boost and a stars boost, as well as 20% more luck. And the reason why I'm mentioning them now is that these boosts work on ore. So if we check right now, we're being offered almost 400 trillion coins and about 500 billion stars. If we go here and we pop our super potion, our stars potion, and a coins potion, you can see when we go back to offer, everything is way more, like more than doubled. So now we can hit exchange. There we go. So what I would recommend doing is just saving up a ton of ore from the golden cave. And then once you're ready to turn them in, pop your potions and then turn them all in and get a ton of base currency. Next up is secret pets. So for a lot of people, this is the most exciting part of the game, are getting these extremely rare secret pets. Not only are they incredibly strong, they're also incredibly hard to get. So I'm going to equip a couple of them here for you. So these are usually the coolest looking pets in the entire game, and also some of the strongest. Your main source of getting these secret pets is from the exclusive eggs, which you can find on the ground or get from the premium pass, and also just any egg. If we go to one of the eggs over here, as you can see above it, it says this egg contains 1 secret pet and 1 superstar pet. So if you're ever unsure if an egg has a secret pet, just look right above it and it'll tell you. And then there is another tier above that called superstar. Superstar pets are ridiculously rare. And just to put into perspective how rare these superstar pets are, In the new Halloween event, the rarest secret from the pumpkin egg is 1 in 20 million chance, which is more than 10 times as rare as the other secret. And from what I've seen, the superstar pets give you 200% of your best pet, so those things are incredibly overpowered. And when it comes to hatching secrets from these eggs over here, there really is no secret. Save up and get as many game passes as you can. For instance, I have specifically the Secret Hunter, which is by far the biggest boost you can get to hatching secrets, as well as Ultra Lucky and Lucky. And I got these completely free to play, so you can definitely do it. It just takes a while of grinding. And like I mentioned earlier, over there in the winter area, buy as many upgrades as you can. Those upgrades increase how many eggs you can hatch, how fast you hatch them, and your luck. So max those out as best as you can, and just AFK farm. There really is no other secret to it. It's just grinding and hoping that you get lucky. So far on day 1 of the Halloween event, we managed to hatch the Enraged Darkness. And something I forgot to mention is that secret pets do have serial codes with them. All this number means is how many existed when you hatched it. So for instance, in my case with the Enraged Darkness, this was number 274, so only 273 ever existed before I got it. As you can see now, there's now over 300. So if you want to become a collector and get into super rare pets, there are ones that say like serial number 1, and those are worth an obscene amount of trade value. So in terms of like in-game tips, that's all I could think of, but there's still more to go through for what you can do outside of the game. For instance, I would definitely recommend joining the IZAK Studio Discord. I'll put a link to it in the description. This is the developer of the game. They post leaks and sneak peeks in there, which can help prepare you for future updates. It also shows you the rarities of certain secrets, of what the odds are, how many exist, and what egg they come from. You can also find answers to any questions you have in there, as well as try to make offers or trade with people in there. It makes it a lot easier to find people that are interested in trades. And then the final tip I can offer is alt accounts. Just like any kind of pet sim game or any kind of simulator, having alt accounts grind at the same time is super OP. And while it's definitely not necessary, if you really want to be a hardcore player in this game, it's definitely encouraged. There are plenty of guides already out there on how to make alternate accounts and run them at the same time. You are going to need a pretty strong PC because it can be very taxing having more than one account run at the same time overnight. As you can see in the top right here on the leaderboard, I'm currently farming on 4 accounts. I originally planned on only having 3, but I decided that I'm going to try to get up to 8 alts farming all at the same time because I'm just enjoying the game more and more and I want to get more into it, and it helps out a ton with farming content. So that has been the ultimate Pet World Guide. If you made it this far into the video or found anything helpful, please consider subscribing to the channel as it does help out an absolute ton. Thank you all so much for watching. Good luck on hatching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Take care.